while you're pouring the resin in. So no need for extra hands or traffic cones. So there is many other applications you can see contractors using one product which is a good add-on.
Almost each one touches the top of the thing.
So like Ulla mentioned, the wet roll table is actually, it's not pouring the liner into the rollers, it's actually pulling or bringing the liner for the roller. So we are able to avoid the wrinkles on the liner during the wet roll.
It also has speed adjustment there, so you can slow it down or speed it up as needed, depending on how fast it's going. And one of the best features I like about this system is the roller itself. As you can see, it has a resin slot there, so in the case you need to switch directions, we don't have to undo the gap you set or anything. You can just quickly raise the make it if the resin slot to the other side or reverse. So no longer have to be opening the gap and resetting the gap. This is just
So you can keep the same setting. So this setup has been used and can be used up to 225, which is 9 inches. And like discussed earlier, we are working on the larger, wider option as well, which will be launched during next year. But as far as I have heard and I know that there is contractors that been using this setup for up to 100 meters long liners.
There's also liner suppliers that are doing pre-wetouts have replaced their old wet-out lines, so like production lines.
What comes to you?
So 4 of these next channel they can do 8 liners at a time, so 8 times 80 meters, 8 times 100 meters for those. So if you can see how quickly it was for him to actually switch directions.
One good point is that it's easy to transport and maneuver, so you can fold the legs from the wet out station and just pull it behind you.
The roller itself also, you can take it off the table and just bring the roller along, have it just on a normal work surface without the belt.
So we actually have a couple of our project managers here from the services team, so do you guys want to add something? They are shy. Maybe later a couple of tweaks.
Yeah, backbone of the operation. They like to stay in those.
But yeah, like I said earlier, that it's easy to transport is one of the key points, especially for us, how we operate. So we may have, like let's say that in the middle of Helsinki, we need to do the main line or the basement lines of the high-rise building. So we are not able to get our lining vans any near of the access point. So we need to leave it to 500 meters or kilometer away from the access point where the pipe is, so we can actually, instead of preparing the liner of the van far away from the pipe, we can now take all we need next to the pipe and prepare the liner there where we are going to actually install it.
I mean, first of all, for cleaning,
Yes.
no drops anywhere.
Yes. We are trying to keep it clean. times you can see multiple guys working on the web help process. We are trying to design the product so that, like I mentioned earlier, we are many times working alone. So, like, for example, now people is doing the whole web help process by themselves without any extra hands. So that's one of the key points.
And with this, I can still do like 15 meters, 20 meters. My back is not hurting. Everything is nice and fun. So you don't need to have two people doing this part.
Yeah, so you can stand up straight in a normal working position, not crawling around the floor or anything like
So Timo is now attaching the pull rope for the liner and closing the end at the same time. So we get the liner ready. For the inversion, like we are going to install this one, we are going to use canon, which is high engineer line internal inversion canon with transparent clear tube. So the liner is visible all the time, and you can follow it going inside. Timo is adding a pine saw to lubricate the liner. And then feeding it inside the cannon. So how much a liner we can fit inside the cannon? Obviously it depends about the size, but DM100.
Yeah, so this thickness material will be about 7 meters. Tom can tell me what that's in feet.
21.
How much pressure is the cannon from?
Two bars. The cannons are good products, good, easy to use in tight spaces, like let's say in toilet accesses or kitchen accesses. So we actually use these kind of products for installations on the services. So how long is that one? 5 meters?
6.5.
6.5. Okay, so let's see if Timo will be able to feel it inside.
Taking this now.
No pressure.
Will it fit?
Safety shoes, always.
Well, I mentioned that it's see-through, but also there at the bottom is resting it on it. Now there's a cap on the bottom. That's the cap for the multi-use port that we mentioned earlier. Right here. We can have this feed through, so we can feed smart feed or camera through that, or have the bull road through that in case you have a really quick installation that you may need to work a bit to get a position.
I think the CCTV system through the port that you can actually inspect the liner before you leave it to cure is one of the major benefits of and then Jukka is pointing out the pressure relief or safety.
This is not enough, then the whole cover will.
Yeah, so it's spring loaded, the whole back cover is spring loaded, so in case that safety valve for some reason when the cover wheels to be able to release pressure.
Thanks, Steve.
As you can see, when you have a purpose-made tools, you don't need to rush things. So many times you see work sites where once the resin is mixed, it's chaos. People running around and basically panicking. That usually makes people take extra and unnecessary risk, and that usually leads to mistakes. So when you have the correct tools, there is no rush. You can concentrate on what you're doing and therefore take lessons.
We are also using the calibration box the access to get the complete process when we will use the liner compressor to be able to remove the canon and replace the canon with the current cap. So you will see the process and one of the reasons for the calibration box.
Right, so I think, what do you think you must best for people just turn around or do you want them to be behind?
Yeah, we can go that direction.
Alright, so in front of the table was facing this way.
So to control the air pressure, you must using the air container there, feeding the air duct, or the calibration goes inside the liner pipe. You need extra hands.
No. So now just make a little bend that I can break the liner a little bit so it doesn't go so fast. Because we have a one bend, so I just try to slow it down a little bit.
So you can angle the cannon and adjust how much you. But as you can see, because of the acrylic, you can follow the process. You know that it's going in. There is no place for control.
Our team was currently using about half a bar pressure.
6,000 white wineries on the street.
As now has the liner in place, the pressure inside the liner is basically what's holding the vertical part in place. So I was going to use the liner from the pressure to squeeze the liner, contain the pressure, so you can remove the cannon and put on fuel in the liner.
So keeping the liner compressor clean, obviously we haven't done that every time. So that's why we added the calibration box to that.
But because of the design of the compressor, like the liner compressor, it doesn't matter if it gets big or if it still works.
So now you can actually say the curing path with how we call it multi-use form. So like I said earlier, we use the heating cable for the curing process. So now Kim will push the cable through the axis over there and then slide the cable so that it will be very hot.
Yeah, I keep, as I go, I keep adding things, so I want to monitor the pressure from the liner this time, so I will add this first. And I can add my pressure regulator, and then we are using the smart heat. So then this is for the kickstarting the process if it would be like, let's say 0 degrees, like a freezing temperature. This will keep the liner heated up. So.
So while opening the cap over there, you can loosen the sealing so it's easier to push the heating cable inside, and once you tighten it, it's making it very comfortable.
So again, I can add the air back to the liner so it will stay on the right place, because we installed it in a vertical pipe upstairs, so otherwise it will fall down or collapse. So now I add the pressure back, and then I can remove the liner compressor. And then while I have the pressure, I can feed the smart heat cable into the liner. So I think I'm all the way there. So I just tighten the cap. And set my pressure. And next, I start the smart heat cable. So it's just like you plug it in. You have this electronic safety thing. So you need to press the reset button. Now it's on and it starts to heat up. And then also I connect the pressure card. So I connect it to the power source and start this up. And
so now you can actually see now when Timo turned that pressure card on, so you can see Ulla's phone on the screen. Ulla's phone is connected to the system, so it gives you the setting, the sensor to when you press it hold. And it's using that pressure that is going through the line as a reference.
So right now you can see the first message arrived. So the pressure gun notified me that it got put on, and it's showing the current